Dub, man. Today I'm coming at you with another reaction video. Today I reacted to George Carlin. Religion is, you know what I mean? Now, look, I react to one of his videos in a minute, bro. I just seen a post of him on, I think, Instagram or something like that. I don't know, but I just seen a post of him, and I clicked on YouTube, and this was the first one that came on. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, before I get into this video, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ himself. Now, if you're talking about, my beliefs, you know what I'm saying? People, you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. I'll never judge nobody. Don't do that. Spread love. You know what I mean? But if you talk about my religion, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to give my opinion on it. But at the end of the day, he's still a great comedian. And yeah, I'm ready to get into it. So if you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you want me to react to next. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at tb.dub. And let's go ahead and get it.
But in the bullshit department, a businessman can't hold a candle to a clergyman. Because I gotta tell you the truth, folks. I gotta tell you the truth. When it comes to bullshit, big time, major league bullshit, you have to stand in awe. In awe of the all-time champion of false promises and exaggerated claims, religion. No contest. No contest. Religion easily has the greatest bullshit story ever told. Think about it. Religion has actually...
I miss like when you can talk about this, because nowadays you can't talk about nothing. Like this had to be way back. Way back. There's no way you bringing up religion nowadays. You're canceled. Crazy.
Story
and cancel not even a real thing.
Think about it. Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do.
Right.
And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time.
That's facts. Get your
but
life
he
right.
Loves you.
Can't do that. Can't do that. Like I said, if you get mad at me, I don't care. I'm gonna speak, bro. What? I was the type of kid in school. When I got my lunch, I was praying. Never embarrassed to talk about God. But look, what I was gonna say. He said, but he loves you, bro. He does. But at the end of the day, you have free will here on earth. Everybody knows about God. Everybody has an opportunity to learn about God. If you choose not to, you know where you're going. Heaven or hell. You pick. That's your choice. Don't try to say you down there nine and be like, oh man, but God, he doesn't love me. He do. He always will. But you chose your choice.
He loves you. He loves you and he needs money. He always needs money. He's all powerful, all perfect, all knowing, and all wise. Somehow, just can't handle money. Religion takes in billions of dollars. They pay no taxes, and they always need a little more. Now, you talk about a good bullshit story. Holy shit.
But I'm not laughing at that, bro. The offering thing, bro, it can go for bad, it can go for good. You gotta find a good church. But then at the end of the day, let's say you was to give your pastor something, right? You was to give your pastor money, and next thing you know, he riding in the Benz. That's not God. You're not going to church for the pastor. You're not going to church, you know what I mean, to see the pastor. You're going to the church for God. Don't go to the church for the people. They're gonna judge you, they're gonna do what they ever want to do. So the church needs money. God doesn't. Like, come, no.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But I want you to know something. This is sincere. I want you to know, when it comes to believing in God, I really tried. I really tried. I tried to believe that there is a God who created each of us in his own image and likeness, loves us very much, and keeps a close eye on things. I really tried to believe that, but I gotta tell you, the longer you live, the more you look around, the more you realize something is fucked up. Something is wrong here. War, disease, death, destruction, hunger, filth, poverty, torture, crime, corruption, and the ice capades.
The devil, I'm telling you right now, the devil runs the earth. The devil runs this. If you don't know that, you should know now. The devil runs this. It's free will. If somebody goes to kill somebody right now, not enough food, as homeless people, all that, bro, come on now. That's not God. That's not God. It's free will. People are, come on now, you can't do that.
It's definitely wrong. This is not good work.
Bro, we can change the world. We can. The government can change the world, but they're not. They're spending billions of dollars for war, but they're not trying to give it back to the poor. That was a bar. Oh my God. I got that from Tupac, so never mind. But they spending billions of dollars for the war, but they're not trying to give it back to the poor, to their own people. That's not God. That's them. That's people in their selfish ways.
This is the best God can do.
There's billionaires in the world, but they're not helping.
Results like these do not belong on the resume of a supreme being. This is the kind of shit you'd expect from an office temp with a bad attitude. Well, just between you and me, in any decently run universe, this guy would have been out on his all-powerful ass a long time ago. And by the way, I say this guy because I firmly believe, looking at these results, that if there is a God, it has to be a man. No woman could or would ever fuck things up like this.
I'm not even gonna say nothing because I was gonna get mad thinking that it's the same people from my generation that's saying God is a woman now and all that. So I'm gonna let that play on that, bro.
If there is a God, if there is, I think most reasonable people might agree that he's at least incompetent and maybe, just maybe, doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit, which I admire in a person and which would explain a lot of these bad results. So rather than be just another mindless religious robot, mindlessly and aimlessly and blindly believing that all of this is in the hands of some spooky, incompetent father figure who doesn't give a shit, I decided to look around for something else to worship, something I could really count on. And immediately, I thought of the sun. Happened like that. Overnight, I became a sun worshiper.
But who do you think created the sun?
Well, not overnight. You can't see the sun at night. First thing the next morning, I became a sun worshiper.
But somebody had to create the sun.
First of all, I can see the sun. Okay?
You gotta have faith. And I'm not discouraged, like, you know what I mean? He's a great comedian, but you have to have faith. Not everybody's gonna believe in the same thing. Bro, I'm watching this. Please, if you're gonna say something messed up, I'm telling you right now, I will love your comment and keep it pushing. I'm pausing it because it's my religion, bro. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. Now look, I'm telling you right now, for people to not believe in like Christianity, you know what I mean? Not believe in God, not believe in Jesus. That's the most mocked religion of all time. I'm telling you, people now, they have their beliefs. If I was to say I'm Christian to somebody right now, they will mock me saying, why do you believe in that? Why do you believe in that? Try to change me, trying to change my ways, because come on, bro, deep down inside, you have to know it's true. You have to.
Unlike some other gods I could mention, I can actually see the sun. I'm big on that. If I can see something, I don't know, kind of helps the credibility along, you know? So every day I can see the sun as it gives me everything I need. Heat, light, food, flowers in the park, reflections on the lake.
Can you imagine seeing an angel?
Skin cancer,
they don't look how you think they look.
At least there are no crucifixions, and we're not setting people on fire simply because they don't agree with us. Sun worship is fairly simple. There's no mystery, no miracles, no pageantry, no one asks for money, there are no songs to learn, and we don't have a special building where we all gather once a week to compare clothing. And the best thing about the sun, it never tells me I'm unworthy. Doesn't tell me I'm a bad person.
That is one thing. People do go to church. Like, I'm not saying they go to church for the wrong reason. Like, some people, bro, like, then again, bro, like I said, you can't go to church worried about other people. You go to church for God and God only. Like, you don't go to church, bro. I'm telling you right now, I would go to church like this. I would go to church like this and not feel no type of way. I don't care who's staring at me. I don't care who got a, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I'm going to church for God. I'm going to church for the word. For the word. I don't care what they're thinking in their head. That's between them and God.
About the Son, it never tells me I'm unworthy. Doesn't tell me I'm a bad person who needs to be saved. Hadn't said an unkind word. Treats me fine. So I worship.
But that's the thing. I'm pausing a lot. But God loves everybody, even when you sin. Even when you sin. You wanna, bro, because no sin is bigger than the other. A molester, somebody who steals, somebody who cusses, like just doing like ungodly things, bro. No sin is bigger than the other. If you was to repent and mean it with your heart, God will forgive you. You know what I mean? So like, how can you be mad if you had all your life to be forgiven, to get right with God, and at the end of your life, you don't choose to get right with God, and then you blame it on Him? How can you say God doesn't love everybody, but you had all your life to do it, to get right with Him, and at the end you just like, I should have known. You know what I mean? You're this, you're that. Like, no, that doesn't work like that. That's on you.
Son,
like I said, free will.
I don't pray
is
to
on
the
earth.
Son. Know why? I wouldn't presume on our friendship. It's not polite. I've often thought people treat God rather rudely, don't you? Asking trillions and trillions of prayers every day, asking and pleading and begging for favors. Do this, give me that. I need a new car. I want a better job. Man. And most of this praying takes place on Sunday, his day off. It's not nice, and it's no way to treat a friend. But people do pray, and they pray for a lot of different things. You know, your sister needs an operation on her crotch. Your brother was arrested for defecating in a mall. But most of all, you'd really like to fuck that hot little redhead down at the convenience store. You know, the one with the eye patch and the club foot.
Nah, he's going to God for that. That's crazy.
You pray for that? I think you'd have to. And I say, fine, pray for anything you want. Pray for anything. But what about the divine plan? Remember that? The divine plan. Long time ago, God made a divine plan. Gave it a lot of thought, decided it was a good plan, put it into practice. And for billions and billions of years, the divine plan has been doing just fine. Now you come along and pray for something. Well, suppose the thing you want isn't in God's divine plan. What do you want him to do? Change his plan? Just for you? Doesn't it seem a little arrogant? It's a divine plan. What's the use of being God if every rundown schmuck with a $2 prayer book can come along and fuck up your plan? And here's something else, another problem you might have. Suppose your prayers aren't answered. What do you say? Well, it's God's will. Thy will be done. Fine, but if it's God's will and he's going to do what he wants to anyway, why the fuck bother praying in the first place? Seems like a big race.
No. I'm telling you right now, you have to pray. You have to pray. You have to pray. I feel like most people, bro, when they turn away from God, it's because of other people. It's because they were judged by other people or they didn't get what they want right away. Prayer is not like, come on, bro. You can't just pray and expect it to come. You have to work on it. You have to be one with God. You can't just pray saying, oh, I want this, I want that, and expect it to come. You have to earn it. You have to deserve it. You know what I mean? And even if you don't get it, you didn't you know what I mean? Like, what you're praying for, if you have faith and you believe in God, it's not going to compare to that can be so small to compare to what God will want to give you. You can be praying for a job, never get it. You don't even know God's going to give you a whole business if you just keep your faith in him. But, I don't know.
At the time, to me, couldn't you just skip the praying part and go right to his will? It's all very confusing. So to get around a lot of this, I decided to worship the sun. But, as I said, I don't pray to the sun. You know who I pray to? Joe Pesci.
I heard that name.
Joe Pesci. 2 reasons. First of all, I think he's a good actor, okay?
Okay, I know him.
To me, that counts. Second,
I know him.
He looks like a guy who can get things done. Joe Pesci doesn't fuck around.
I know him, man.
In fact, Joe Pesci came through on a couple of things that God was having trouble with. For years, I asked God to do something about my noisy neighbor with the barking dog. Joe Pesci straightened that cocksucker out with 1 visit. It's amazing what you can accomplish with a simple baseball bat. So I've been praying to Joe for about a year now. And I noticed something. I noticed that all the prayers I used to offer to God and all the prayers I now offer to Joe Pesci are being answered at about the same 50% rate. Half the time I get what I want, half the time I don't. Same as God, 50-50. Same as the four-leaf clover and the horseshoe, the wishing well and the rabbit's foot. Same as the mojo man. Same as the voodoo lady who tells you your fortune by squeezing the goat's testicles.
No,
it's all the
voodoo
same.
Is real.
50-50. So just pick your superstition, sit back, make a wish, and enjoy yourself. And for those of you who look to the Bible for moral lessons and literary qualities, I might suggest a couple of other stories for you. You might want to look at The Three Little Pigs. That's a good one. Has a nice, happy ending. I'm sure you'll like that. Then there's Little Red Riding Hood, although it does have that X-rated part where the big bad wolf actually eats the grandmother, which I didn't care for, by the way. And finally, I've often always drawn a great deal of moral comfort from Humpty Dumpty. The part I like the best, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. That's because there is no Humpty Dumpty and there is no God. None, not one, no God, never was. In fact, I'm gonna put it this way. If there is a God, may he strike this audience dead. See, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Everybody's okay. All right? Tell you what.
I don't want to know right now. Even if you believe, like, bro, if they was laughing, God is a jealous God. If you was laughing in that crowd, but you're Christian, you believe in God, I hope you repented, boy. I'm telling you, you mocking God. I'm telling you. And I don't, like, bro, I'm telling you right now, if you're mad in the comments, saying this, saying that, bro, I don't care. Like, if you believe in what you believe in, I respect that 100%. Do what you want to do, but this is my beliefs. This is what I believe in. You can't be mad at me because of my beliefs. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if somebody in that crowd believes in God and you're laughing after them mocking someone that you worship, bro, that's crazy.
Nothing happened. Everybody's okay. All right? Tell you what. I'll raise the stakes. I'll raise the stakes a little bit. If there is a God, may he strike me dead. See? Nothing happened. Oh, wait, got a little cramp in my leg. And my balls hurt. Plus, I'm blind. Oh, now I'm okay again. Must have been Joe Pesci, huh?
Fun fact, God done healed the blind. You didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that, did you?
Oh, now I'm okay again. Must have been Joe Pesci, huh? God bless Joe Pesci. Thank you all very much. Joe bless you. Thank you.
But man, bro, George Carlin, bro, I ain't seen one of his videos. Man, I just seen his thing on like Amazon Prime, I think, or like, bro, or Tubi, something like that. I just seen one of his stand-ups on Tubi or Amazon Prime. I gotta check it out. He's very funny, very funny. But man, bro, god dang, why everybody dissing God? Richard Dawkins says the Bible is, jeez, I'm gonna have to look at that next. You know what I'm saying? I love talking about God. Like, I can do this all day. I love talking about God. I'm never embarrassed. Like I said, I was one of those kids, everybody eating, I was taught to pray. I'm at the lunch table praying. No shame in my game. Ever since, bro, I'm telling you, ever since when I was in elementary, get my tray, praying. Some kids end up next to me that I was cool with, you know, some friends, they see me doing it, they're like, oh, snap, you right. You know what I'm saying? You never be embarrassed. But bro, I can go on and on about God. On and on. But man, this was a good video. Like, religion, bro, you're supposed to think. You're supposed to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. You know what I mean? Like, you can talk to God. He listens. You know what I mean? Like, talk to him, you know? Like, I don't know. If you have questions, bro, I'm telling you, the Bible has everything. Read it. If you need somebody to talk to, bro, ask people. You know what I mean? But man, this was an amazing video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you want me to react to next. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at tb.doug. Hey, yo, man, I'm out.